yeah, so I don't know if there's much more I need to add about it. I know that I am going to sometime when I finish the void off. I mean, I was supposed to tell you when I was there, I used to, during breaks and stuff, I would, a lot of the stuff you see on my YouTube, like the Dead City, the Nightmare Collection, the early parts of the Void, Jacob Jakes, Charrington's, Ezekiel, and a few of the love poems. A lot of that was written at work when I was on sorters, waiting for work to take place, and so and a lot of those moments you'll notice are in there. Like, for instance, Greenford site is on Oriel Drive, and whenever I get a chance to read out Charrington's, you'll notice that Rob Silverback works in Oriel Ward. That is how much influence that place had on me. In the Dead City, there's a scene where in the middle of it somewhere, where a plane comes through a great warehouse in this area where products are being sorted. That's sorter. It was actually sorter 3 that I had the image when I remember actually thinking about it to write it, because I was around the area where the computer was, and that is Greenford, DC, that plane comes through. And when he goes and he finds the managers or whatever in the corridor, all waxed up where the nuclear thing has taken place, the gas or whatever, and he puts his hand through one of the faces. That was Entertainment UK. That was Greenford site, and probably reference to some of the managers. I know, obviously there's a love-hate relationship with managers, and sometimes they make you feel really bad, and they're not very nice, and they were immortalised in these things. Max Chambers, Chalky Chambers, Gas Chambers, as he was, or the Chua, as he was, which means mouse in Hindi or Urdu, is probably the main one that takes place in it. Probably just because he was a little bit strict sometimes and zealous with how he would enjoy sacking agency, weren't doing anything. Or they had done as much as they could, and for whatever reason, a manager's a manager. Often a worker sees a manager as something different, but it's because we're different, looking at it from a different viewpoint. But from his viewpoint, he was doing the thing that a manager should do, and it's interesting to know that when administration took place, everyone mucked in, managers, section managers, DC team members, everyone was the same, cleaning up, sweeping, loading trailers full of supplies, stock and things like that. And that was the interesting thing. And and obviously, Irish Anthony that has recently come on, that was Tony Vaughan, who was a manager there, who used to say to me, Lance and Richard, "Hello girls, how are you? Are you working yet?" And I know there's another one. Yeah, there's lots of these. With Peter Butler, we always used to. What was it we used to? From on the buses. I can't remember what Peter Butler's got to do with on the buses. I think it's because he calls the shouts out Butler, doesn't he? I've never watched it, so I don't know, but that's what we used to do. And obviously we had our manager, Sean, who always used to make us laugh by his irreverent ways. He was a very wacky manager. He'd often say things like, "Oh, Bonza, I've got a pain in the Gullivers." What was the other one? "Sweet sugar." all these things, but he was, he was easy to talk to. But there's lots of this character. We may have had difficult times with different people, and that happens when you have different, when you have managers and you have team members and stuff like that. It's bound to happen. But they're just doing their job, but that's the thing about EUK, that there was character. There was a real lot of characters, and it was all quite harmless. And I'm sure some of these last moments is going to make a lot of people laugh, but this is what we miss. These group of people will never be together again. It's a bit like when you're watching a TV series, say like Lost or whatever, and when it comes to the end, or Babylon 5 or whatever, when it comes to the end, you know, you've watched those select people together, and then it's finished, and then you'll never get a new episode again. And that's exactly how it feels. And I think it's going to take me some time to get over all these feelings and thoughts, because, you know, it's been 8 years, and I really did give my all to that place. I know it didn't always seem like it from people, will be surprised at that, but my heart was really there. You know, I would always try to do everything that I did as best as I could and more. And, you know, if I saw a mistake or I saw something that was wrong, I would flag it up and I would correct it. And I would always be a type of person who would spread my knowledge, because I wanted people, I didn't worry about people knowing more than me. I wanted everyone to do the job as best as possible. Yeah, especially when I was on sorters. And the laughs at Richard and Lance, you know, when we used to make mistakes and I correct them, and playing cards, you know, when we used to have playing cards with the retards, as Mark Scott used to say, and that was me, Mark, Hope, Lance, Richard, Anton, playing, you know, all those, you know, during our tea breaks, playing sevens, and the things we would say, you know, like when I had a winning hand, I'd say, I've got, they would always make up like 15 million goes. I'd say I've got 7 goes, but it depends how many cars everyone else has got. And that would really annoy them. Then I'd say sorry at the end, you know, apologise for winning, because, you know, I prefer not to win. They used to hate when I'd say things like that. Oh, and so many like different catchphrases that we you know, we'd say to each other that became sort of running jokes. Those things, I know they're going to go round in my head, you know, like I'd always talk about Prison Break to Lance because he didn't like it, and I'd say, oh, have you watched Prison Break or whatever, and he'd tell me, no, I was watching Last of Summer Wine, because I didn't like Last of Summer Wine. You know, lots of these little gags that we had with each other, and they're never going to take place again. And I just will miss that, miss those close people that I was with, and the funny moments we had with each other that, you know, they felt like they were going to last forever. I mean, the building was, you know, a few weeks ago was really, really busy, and no one knew that in 2 weeks' time that you know, that the place would close, and we'd all never see each other again. It was a bit of a shock for it to end so quickly like that. I just hope that everyone maintains that friendship. But I, like Lance said as we were walking from the train the last time that we see each other coming back from work, that it probably won't be like that. And I just will really miss it. I will really miss EUK, especially the Greenford. I know I was at Perivale as well as an agency, but Greenford, yeah, I will really miss that place, and I can see it now as I'm talking about it, the area of sorters and special services, and the team leaders, and when they came up to me and they were crying and they were, it's just really sad, and a bit of a shock how it happened so quickly. From a busy, you know, thriving site with so many people, you know, and then for it to be completely empty so quickly without us even really knowing that this situation was really taking place, that we were in such a bad shape and that we wouldn't be saved. Anyway, I'm going to finish it there. I think, you know, if I think of anything more, I can always make some more of this video. If you have any of your feelings and thoughts, please do add them as comments. Please pass this around to as many Entertainment UK employees you know, and you know, even managers or people I've mentioned, I don't care. It's, you know, it's all in light, isn't it? And you know, please add your videos of your thoughts and feelings and times at Entertainment UK, because that would be really interesting to make lots of different videos from different people who've worked there, because this is all that's left now. You know, EUK is almost effectively probably dead, and all that remains is the memories we have of that organisation. So I shall finish how I would at work often. Take care, take it easy, and peace.